Snake, every time you sent that to us, because we'd go back and forth and we would like be tweaking things, and he'd send us recordings and the titles. What were the titles that you came up with?
Well, Old Britches was the first one, and then Old Bitches was the second.
That was a good one.
And then we finally come down to Old Bridges. But we originally started out with, and which you changed my mind on this, but it started out, what was it? Jenny was a small town girl, got lost in a big old... We started out with naming her, but you got me off of that, thank goodness. And we came down to she was a small town girl, got lost in a big old world. And it's obviously stories, and it gets into a man in the second verse. Life struggles for people, and how you're going to need those bridges on your way back, which is not a unique thought. I mean, that's been written 1,000 times. I've probably written it 1,000 times. But with your vocal and everything, I think it just turned out great.
I think it's got a great message. I don't think anybody could hear that enough. You know, that message about, because it holds so true.
Yeah.
And the more, you live and the more you realize that, the sooner the better.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And then Kerry come up with some good stuff in the second verse. I think he came up with angel tracks, which was very cool.
A one-time glory. I was just thinking it could be, we could use all those different comical titles, because you need your britches to cross the bridges to get home to the bitches.
Bitches, yeah, that's good. Okay. I gotta go.
How many sheets do you have here?
Old Bridges wasn't, well, I don't know. Let's see, we got one. This is the,
There's quite a bit there.
yeah, that's the way it started out, just pencil scribbling on paper, and then I sent this to you guys.
Yeah.
That's what I sent to you.
Yeah.
It had the first verse and chorus is all I
Yeah.
had.
And Snake, the thing, we're used to bringing songs in. Seriously. So this for us was different.
Was different?
And it was so much more fun. I mean, it was different, but it was really fun.
It's the hardest thing to do is to write with somebody else. If you're truly writing really good songs, if you're just sitting around trying to write something about trucks and tank tops and whatever, that's all right. You can do that. But if you're trying to write deep message songs, it's very hard to do, because getting in that same frame of mind and that same vibe, and oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
It's like playing with another good musician or something. You bounce it off each other. But that's a hard thing to find, that marriage.
Digging really deep.
Yeah.
Digging. That's why I tell people about this album. We dug really deep.
Yeah.
Whereas we didn't dig as deep in our past albums. It was like, but this one we dug deeper.
Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons I wanted. Of course, I've been a fan of you guys for years, and we've been talking back and forth for years about writing. But that's one reason I wanted to get involved with you, because I do admire your writing. I love your singing. I love y'all's harmonies together. And I know you're one of the hardest working acts I've ever seen. So I wanted to see if we could improve the song quality and bring it up just a little bit. And get more video oriented songs, stuff that's good for videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this one, I mean, is very visual as well.
Yeah, I mean that's a small movie right there.
I think our biggest trouble that we're having right now is trying to decide which one will be our first music video, off the finished project. Because there's so many that are visual. Yeah. And we keep going back and forth.
We have some kind of lonesome.
No, I mean the first one off the project. That was our first single off the project, but this is the whole project. So now we have 9 songs. Yeah, 9.
It keeps coming up over and over and over again.
It's singable. It's very you want to
it's
sing along with
mid-tempo feel.
You can.
Road bridges there to cross, lead us home when we get lost. You best not